Did you know that it may soon be possible for two men to have a biological child together? And you may ask, how is that possible? Today I will explain how Japanese scientists were able to create offspring from two male mice.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
So they first took cells from the tails of the mice and put them in a dish with culture media. Then via virus, the genes encoding these four proteins were inserted into the cells in constructs that would be highly expressed. These four proteins were previously found to revert fully differentiated cells into stem cells. That breakthrough was also done by Japanese scientists, so they've been cranking out some excellent work as of late. And as a reminder, a stem cell is a type of cell that can transform into any other cell type in the body. So once they had made stem cells from these male mice, they cultured the stem cells in a dish. A small percentage of these cells became XX, or genetically female, through a process called mitotic non-disjunction. So basically, at some small frequency, mitosis will not work properly, and one of the two daughter cells will end up with an X chromosome and two Y chromosomes, and one daughter cell will end up with one X chromosome and no Y chromosome. The scientists were then able to isolate those cells that had lost their Y chromosome and therefore just had one X and no Y. Through essentially the same process of mitotic non-disjunction, some small percentage of these cells with no Y chromosome would end up with two X chromosomes, whereas the reciprocal daughter cell would end up with none. The cells that had two identical X chromosomes were isolated and cultured. They were then subjected to culture with various protein growth factors to get them to first convert into a type of embryonic cell called an epiblast, followed by conversion into primordial germ cells. Primordial germ cells are the embryonic precursors to sperm and eggs. These primordial germ cells were then grown in clusters with support cells harvested from mouse embryo ovaries. These support cells presumably secrete factors that trigger the primordial germ cell to undergo oogenesis, otherwise known as the process of creating an egg cell. The artificial egg is then fertilized with sperm and then implanted into a surrogate mother mouse. From there, if everything goes well, the embryo develops into a whole mouse. And so the scientists were able to actually achieve this. So genetically speaking, the mice that they created came from two fathers. Now, if you'd like to learn more in more detail about how these scientists did this, here are the sources that I got this information from. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Cheers.